I'm really sorry. Hindi ko napansin na naubat na pala ang laptop ko. For a while ha, isi-share ko ulit.
Welcome back, ma'am.
Welcome back ka pa talaga, Rodney, ha? Parang galing ako sa Saudi niyan. Okay, so once again, no, isa-send ko mamaya ulit yung isa-send ko yung answer talaga dito para same kayo lahat. Sana naman ma-perfect ang exams, charot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Klase yun sa lumito. Sali. Okay, so wait, for a while, class. Okay, so in this activity, you also examined a human cheek cells, no? So in which I asked you to identify the basic parts. Remember, no, the cell membrane, cytoplasm, and the nucleus. So what is the color, no, original color of human cheek cell? What is the original color of the human cheek cell?
Transparent, ma'am.
Okay, it is transparent lang siya in color, no? So, yung nakikita ninyo sa internet, yung nakuha ninyong pictures, 'di ba, may mga violet, may blue. So those are stained ones, no? Those are stained specimens or stained human cheek cells. So why do we have to stain these human cheek cells?
Para maging visible po.
Okay, para maging visible ang different parts, no? Just like the cytoplasm, the nucleus, and the cell membrane. Kasi kung transparent lang siya, it is really hard to view the different parts. Although nucleus is locatable, no? Makikita siya, but yung ibang parts hindi na makita because it's transparent na. Okay, no? So you also studied about the different what's this? Frogs RBC. So remember, what's the other term for RBC? What's the other term for red blood cells?
Erythrocyte po.
Erythrocytes. How about the white blood cells?
Leukocytes po.
Leukocytes. Okay, so remember those terms also. It will be part of the exam. Okay, so with this one na tayo, proceed na tayo. Wala akong masyadong ilalagay about frog blood cells. With this one, okay? So shapes of an animal cell. So remember dito din, no, may binigay ako na different shapes of cells. So I want you to be familiarized na not naman all, no? So ito lang. I want you to be familiarized with this, the different shapes of the cell and kung saan sila mahahanap sa body natin. So spherical or globular is egg cells or ova, no? And then squamous or pavement is surface cells of the skin. So ganito. Okay, I want you to familiarize or memorize this part also. This will also be part of your exam. So I will not be giving you na these pictures and then to identify kung anong tawag diyan, but ito na lang kung kung saan sila mahahanap. Okay, or I might also put this one example. This is the shape of an animal cell that can be found in the cells of the kidney tubules. So your answer will be cuboidal. Or I can say that this shape, no? So what do you call the shape of animal cell that that can be found, or example is the sperm cell. So you will answer me the thread-like shape. Okay, are we clear with this one? Anong gagawin sa shapes of the animal cell? Okay. So this one, wag na ito. I will not include this kasi marami akong ibang pictures na ilalagay. Okay, so this one. What's the difference between frogs RBC and humans RBC? I bet na-discuss yan last time ng reporters. Yes, Jakaria.
Yung human RBC po, carry more oxygen than the frogs.
Yes, it carries more oxygen than the frogs kasi ano yung human RBC? It is anong wala ang human RBC na meron ang frog? Yes, Paul.
Nuclei po, ma'am.
Ah, okay, nucleus. So, walang non-nucleated ang human RBC while the frog's RBC is nucleated. So, that's why mas maraming space ang human RBC kasi kailangan natin ng, what's that, Miss Jakaria?
Oxygen po.
Okay, kailangan natin ng oxygen. Okay, so also remember the difference between the two. Okay, so that's for animal cell. Yes. Yes, Paul.
Have ako question, ma'am. Para saan yung nucleus sa blood ng ano, ma'am, ng frog?
Para saan ang nucleus?
Opo, ma'am.
Wait lang ha. I-check natin. Sige, search mo din dyan. Actually, hindi ko yan na-check. Why do RBC have nucleus? Wala, yung lumalabas lang is humans don't have nucleus in the red blood cells because they need more oxygen than frogs. So their red blood cells eliminate the nucleus. So frogs can, itong reason. Okay, andito na, open ba din yung mic? Okay. Paul and BS Psych, where was I? Okay, so frogs can breathe underwater and in air. So they don't need much oxygen. So their red blood cells didn't eliminate the nucleus. Yun ang reason. No? They can breathe sa air or they can breathe sa water. So kaya napapansin natin no, may mga palaka na nasa tubig and then yung iba kaya din nilang mabuhay sa land because they can breathe in both environment. So hindi na eliminate or hindi na nawala yung kanilang nucleus sa cells. Okay, are you still with me?
Yes po, ma'am. Thank you po, ma'am.
Sige.
That was informative.
Okay, any question for activity number, ano nga to? Number 3? Okay,
None
just
so
remember,
far.
no? Okay, so isa-send ko. Paul, please do the honor to remind me later na isend yung baka makalimutan. Hindi lang baka, makakalimutan ko talaga yan. Na isend sa inyo yung picture ng cell na may labeled, no? And then also, that one lang. No? So in this activity, again, for activity number 3, just understand what is cell, what are the basic parts and functions, and ito, yung shapes. Okay? Kung saan sila located sa body natin. Shapes of animal cell and then kung saan sila located. Okay? Proceed na
Noted
tayo
po,
with
ma'am.
activity number 4.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Wala, 11 na. Magkakaano pa kayo? Long quiz. Wait lang. Where's activity number 4? Dito. Kadabo. Okay, so in this activity, you learned about the diffusion and osmosis. Okay. So ano nga yun? What affects the diffusion rate? What affects yes, Paul?
Yung nag-affect po sa diffusion rate, ma'am, is either the temperature of the, ano po, the liquid or yung amount ng liquid.
Okay. Yes, Lamia? Why sorry? Okay, so no, that one, correct Paul, no? So it's the temperature or the amount. So, but yung pinaka talaga na nakakapag-apekto ng diffusion rate is the temperature. So the higher the temperature is, the higher the rate of the diffusion also. So that's why in your activity, the glass or the container with the containing the hot water, no? So siya yung mas may mataas na diffusion rate compared to the glass or to the container which contains the cold water. Okay, so that is diffusion, and then next one is we have osmosis. So ito easy lang din to, no? So what do you call, or what is the term when the cell when the cell swells or expands? What do you call it? Anong tawag when the cell expands? Hello, am I audible? Forget, nakalimutan nyo na the term iso, hypo, or hypertonic? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, once again, what do you mean, or what do you call when the cell shrinks? Shrink. Kapag nag-shrink yung cell or lumiit, what do we call that? Yes, Miss Jakaria?
Is it hypertonic po?
Okay, we call it hypertonic, the shrinking of the cell. So, ibig sabihin, the water moves in or moves out from the cell.
Out po.
Okay, moves out from the cell, kaya lumiit or nagkaroon ng shrinking of the cell. How about if the cell swells or expand, that sometimes it bursts? What is the term? We call it, yes, Lamia. Hindi kita marinig, Miss Lamia. Come again? Yes, it's hypotonic. Very good. So in hypotonic, the cell gets in, the water gets in the cell, hindi lumalabas from the cell, no? Water gets in the cell, that's why the cells swells or expands to the point na sometimes, no, it bursts. But when the cell will remain to its original shape and size, we call it isotonic. Okay, so again, kapag nag-remain lang ang cell sa kanyang original shape and size, ang tawag isotonic. Kapag ang cell nag-shrink or lumiit, ibig sabihin water comes out from the cell, we call it hypertonic. While kapag ang cell nag-swell or nag-expand to the point na nag-burst or pumuputok na ito, we call it hypotonic. So that's what you learned sa osmosis, no? So I remember this is the potato activity. I ask you to prepare 2 bowls in which ang isang bowl ninyo, pinalagyan ko kayo ng salt while the other is wala. No? So, and that explains the osmosis. So, dito, ayun lang naman, no? Just remember the terms, iso, hypo, and hyper. And then, the formula also in getting the diffusion rate. Okay, so after activity number 4, we'll have the next one. Saan ang activity 5? Okay, activity number 5 is the cell division, the mitosis and cell division. So dito, I want you to understand what is the difference of mitosis and cell division. Same ba sila, mitosis and cell division? Same ba sila? Anyone?
Hindi po.
Hindi sila the same dahil magkaiba ang kanilang results or magkaiba ang kanilang end product. But mitosis is part of cell division. Remember ha, if I will be asking you to differentiate or compare and contrast mitosis and cell division, no? Remember that mitosis is part of cell division. hindi mangyayari ang cell division kung walang mitosis. Okay? Kasi mitosis talaga ang unang part bago magkaroon ng total cell division. But remember, what is mitosis? Ano yung different what's this phases niya? Stages? We have the P-mat. Okay? So P for prophase, metaphase, anaphase, then telophase. But this mitosis, these different stages of mitosis, the PMAT, it will only give you, or the result is only daughter nuclei but not daughter cells. Kapag nagkaroon na ng, or when the cell division happened, no, kapag nasa cell division, nasa end na of cell division, it is the time kung kailan nagkakaroon tayo ng daughter cells. Here, sinabi dito, the stages prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase will give you only daughter nuclei but not daughter cells. It is when cell finally divides that we produce daughter cells, and so mitosis is not synonymous, not the same with cell division, but even though not synonymous, remember that mitosis is part of cell division. Okay, clear ba yun?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm giving you na talaga the hint. Yung mga lalabas. And also this one, remember, no, kung ano yung similarity, another difference, no, between these two terms. Also, cell division is relatively short period in the cell cycle. When the nuclear content and the cytoplasm divide, it will give you two new cells, and that's the end of a cell division. So compared to mitosis, cell division is a shorter period, no, and longer period ang ating mitosis. Kasi nga, meron siyang different stages, the PMAT. Okay, and mitosis is similar in both animal and plants. So it is continuous process but may be divided into the above named stages. Yun ang PMAT. So between two mitotic cycles, the cell is said to be in interphase. So interphase, it's like the preparatory. Okay, so before sa mitotic cycle, before sa different stages. Okay, so here I want you to, diba? I ask you to put a picture dito. How does the prophase look like? How does the metaphase look like? So I want you also to memorize that during the exam. So anong itsura during the prophase? Anong itsura during the metaphase? And then I want you to list or to understand or to list at least two descriptions of each stage. Like for prophase, ano yung mga nangyayari? Spindle fiber, ganun. So I bet meron na doon sa PowerPoint na inattach ng group na assigned in this activity. So kunin nyo na lang doon and then memorize, understand. Okay? At least two descriptions in each of the stages of mitosis. Okay. And then, after mitosis and cell division, we have tissues. Di ba tissues na bang 6? Saan yung 6? Okay, animal tissues. So, ito din ang isa sa mga mahabang topic natin, no? Hindi, 11 yan. Okay, so we have, what are tissues ba? Di ba tissues are combined what? Combined cells. So kailangan ba similar cells combined or not necessarily?
Not necessarily po. Yes po, ma'am. Dito po.
Okay, what's your answer talaga? Do we need similar cells to combine to form the tissues or not?
Dapat similar po, ma'am. Sa
Similar po.
organs
Similar
po
po
pala
dapat,
yun, ma'am.
Yes, organs yun lang ga. Okay? So we need similar cells to join together to form the tissues. But in forming the organs, no need na kailangan na similar tissues yung mag-form. Even different tissues mag-form, pwede silang mag-join together to form an organ. But in forming the tissues, kailangan similar cells ang mag-join together. Okay, so that is animal tissue, no? So, it's important kasi kung walang tissues, walang organs. Kung walang organs, walang organ system. Walang organ system, walang organismal level. Okay. So, we have the epithelial tissues, connective, vascular, muscular, and the nervous tissue. So, main point for the epithelial tissue is skin, di ba? Covering, surface. Yan isa sa mga terms. So, when we say epithelial tissue, it can be divided into what are the different types? We have the squamous, columnar, cuboidal, and ciliated. Okay? So, when we say, tandaan nyo lang to ha, kapag sinabi, so, basahin nyo what is the meaning of squamous. So, di ba, tile-like, thin, and flat. So, ito. And when we say columnar, no, ito mataas, taller, and wide, and appear like, and then its nucleus is malapit sa base, no? And then when we say cuboidal, from the word itself, it is cube, and then the nucleus is in the middle. And when we say ciliated, no? So from the word cilia, it means may presence of cilia or the hair-like structures, and the cell or the nucleus are in random position. So meron sa middle, meron malapit sa base, meron din malapit sa taas, on the top part of the cell. Okay? So remember the difference between simple and stratified. Sige, what is simple? When we say simple, it means
One layer lang.
okay, it is only composed of one layer. But when we say stratified, it is two or more layer. How about the term pseudo-stratified? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Pseudo-stratified.
Yung one layer lang po siya, ma'am, pero it appears to be consisting of different layers po.
Okay, no? So, from the word pseudo, which means false. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya stratified actually. Hindi siya composed of